about point and support, right?
Yes.
So point is your claim, support is your evidence or examples, right? So I want to ask you before we start, what is a main idea? What do you think that is, in your own words? What are you talking about? Okay. You agree with her?
What do
Okay.
you want the reader?
What is it about?
Yeah,
What is it about? Okay. What do you want the reader to?
What
What it
the
means or
author
what
want
to
you
say.
to know.
What the author wants you to know.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. What the author wants you to know is the main idea. Okay. So the main idea is what the author wants you to know, what it is about, right? Kind of like a summary of like the paper or the passage or the video or whatever. And then what are supporting details or
The
evidence?
examples.
Evidence.
Example,
Read-
reason.
And what could be
Evidence, maybe.
examples? What could be examples?
Reader from you past read or something happened.
Experience.
Okay, so
Experience. Yes.
Description.
so supporting details.
Oh, happened.
I like what Tyser said.
Okay.
Past experience,
Yes.
Description.
descriptions. Okay. Anything else? Let's think about the Great Gatsby. What is evidence? When you use a book, what is evidence? What can you use for evidence when you use a book?
Sentence or things
Examples.
happens and
Oh.
you support it with
Situation.
Sentences, situations. Now, when you say sentences, you mean quotes, right?
Yes.
Quotes, right? And quotes are like, these things. Right? It means you're pulling from the book a sentence, like exactly as the author writes it.
Copy.
Then you're copying and pasting into your, right, your essay, and you're gonna cite, like I taught you to do. I hope you know already how to do that. Right? Good. So, main idea is the summary. Summary. And what the author wants you to know. Right. So I handed out to you some of you have Article 1, and some of you have Article 2. Okay? You're going to read for me right now, silently, by yourself, and try to think about just what is the main idea of your passage. Okay? So some of you have Article 1, Article 2, so you should have different main ideas. Okay? So go ahead and read silently. I'll give you like 3 minutes.
1 minute, 1 sentence.
It's very short,
1
3
minute, 1
minutes.
sentence, right?
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. Sure.
4.5.
Alright, so who had article number 1? Okay. Is there something you didn't understand from article 1? Like a vocabulary word? Yes.
Flapper.
Flapper. So, flappers is what it says there, right? Flapper is, if you remember, women didn't have a lot of rights back then. So in the 1920s, there were flappers, and flappers were just women who refused to be the typical woman who cooks and like who's submissive, right? So it literally states the flapper is a young woman with like short hair. You know, men always like women with long hair, right? And short skirts, right? If you were a woman, you should wear long skirts, right, so that your legs don't show. Who drank. If you were a lady, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you're religious, and you stay at home and cook. Yeah, that's what you do if you're a good woman, right? So flappers were basically
The opposite.
the opposite of a good woman, right? An independent woman who does what she wants, basically, is a flapper. Who goes to parties and dances and wears short skirts and drinks and smokes. Everything bad you can think of,
I would like to go
she
back.
does it. Alright? You don't have to go back. We live in 2016. You can see them everywhere now. Okay? Alright, anything else? Any other words?
The zoning, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly.
Burgeoning.
Zoning.
Trying to find
We are going to participate in the burgeoning consumer economy. Global to top in the fifth line.
Oh, burgeoning.
Burgeoning.
Burgeoning is like something that's rising, like something that's blossoming or coming up, like upcoming, right? So by burgeoning consumer economy, it means before the economy was down, and now it's starting to rise, go up, right? So burgeoning is like go up, come up, right? Get better, something that's getting better slowly, right? Something that's improving.
How do you say the word?
Burgeoning.
Burgeoning.
Anything else? Yeah.
The first one, the first sentence, growing.
Roaring. The Roaring Twenties is really the 1920s. And they called it the Roaring Twenties because it was very prosperous era. Like there was gold, right? They discovered gold in California. So everybody was moving to California for gold. It was very prosperous. The economy was very good. There was a lot of money. Everybody was buying stuff. So the roaring is, well, a roar is like roar, like a lion. And it's roaring because it's successful. In this context, roaring means like success or prosperous. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Okay, we're good here? So for those who had article number 1, what is the main idea?
The most important comment to my brother?
You have article 2, no? Or 1?
Number one.
Oh, I thought it was
Okay, article 1 is the new woman. Who has the new woman? Who has article 1? What is the main idea? Anybody want to contribute? Anybody? Number 1? New woman? Yeah, article 1.
The person.
The flapper. The flapper. The most familiar symbol.
I think
The
the main
first.
idea is the first sentence. When I said the most familiar symbol of the Roaring Twenties is probably the flapper.
It's probably the flapper.
I think.
Me too.
Okay. Alright, so I think so too. I think they're talking about a woman who goes against the tradition of being a woman or being ladylike. So yes, this first sentence usually tells you what something is going to be about, or like what they are talking about. So, for Article 1, the most is probably
Flapper.
now your supporting details should support the main idea, right? The details should tell you why is the woman or the flapper the most familiar symbol of the Roaring Twenties, right? And then you can list, you know, what they did, they were allowed to vote,
Being
things
the
like that. Right? Now for Article 2, the birth of mass culture. Okay, Emily.
I think is the most consumer product of 1920s.
Where is that sentence?
Is the first one in the second paragraph.
Okay, but the most important consumer product of the 1920s was the automobile?
I know, but I'm saying like not important, just the more popular.
But they say so
Okay.
they have a, for example,
Yeah, other-
they have it more, they spend,
Clothes,
it clothes, it
yes,
depends, but
yeah.
I don't know if it's over, only refer to the automobile or
Because-
the other stuff.
Right, well, it says the birth of mass culture. So I think the automobile is too specific, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't just buy cars, you
Yeah.
buy a lot of
A
things.
lot of
Yes.
things, that's a
So the main idea should be something more general. Joel?
Many
Yeah, but I'm
Americans have
just-
extra money to spend.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
First
I
sentence
think
is
that's,
very
during the 1920s, again,
sentence
it's the first sentence.
I know I was wrong.
Oh, God. Right? During the 1920s, many Americans
Have extra money to spend.
had extra money to spend.
It is confused.
Yeah, because sometimes
Because
I was thinking what that-
it can be the most popular article that people buy in 1920.
Yeah, but they,
And it gives support like the cars and the clothes, I don't know.
but if you
Because
think,
the second one only talks about one item.
yeah,
Right, and the title of the piece is the birth of
Everything.
mass culture,
Yeah.
right? So mass consumption, it means you consume a lot of things, not only cars, you're consuming food, clothes, houses, it includes everything. So if you say automobiles, that's too specific, right? That's a detail, right? Details are specific, the main idea is general. Right? So for supporting details, think about it as a reason for the main idea, right? During the 1920s, many Americans had extra money to spend, right? This can be proven because they bought automobiles, they bought houses, refrigerators, right? Those are examples. This is the general idea that they wanted to come away with. In the 1920s, people had a lot of money. That's it,
I know that well.
right? And then the proof that they had a lot of money is that you're buying stuff, right? When you have a lot of money, you buy stuff, right? I think so.
Yes.
Maybe if you're smart, you save it, but you know,
But
when
can
people
save-
have
you can
money,
save and spend.
sure,
You can
okay,
do both.
sure. I like to spend, but,
So,
okay. So does everyone, okay? So for your article, I'm gonna give you a paper to fill out, okay? And the purpose is you're going to talk in groups. After you fill this out by yourself, you're going to present the article to your group, like as if somebody who's never read it, okay? And you're going to talk for 4 minutes, for a presentation, and then you're gonna talk for 3 minutes. So the point is, you want to talk a lot, and then you wanna cut it down into 3 minutes. And I need a timer in each group. Okay, there will be 5 groups of 4, and you will talk for 4 minutes to somebody, and then you will talk for 3 minutes to another person. Okay? In the same group. Okay? So first, fill this out. Okay, then take one and pass it down.
What,
why was she a flapper? Why was she a flapper? Give me some examples. Go.
Oh, do you have to put it?
Yeah, you have to write, why is she a flapper? No, the Great Gatsby is the title. so then you have to say, you have to give me proof, like, how does he spend his money? What does he spend his money on? Okay. Okay, go ahead, yeah, good. You have the new woman, okay? So, try to think about the Great Gatsby. Who's a flapper? Right? Who's like a woman that does whatever she wants in Great Gatsby?
Jordan.
Yeah, so why? Why do you think she's a flapper? What does she do that?
Not what I thought, not what I did.
I think Daisy is like the traditional woman, right? Yeah, very nonchalant.
No, and the flapper, I told you why he's a flapper now. Crazy Jordan. I put the ladies.
Who is it we? Are you in there?
I'm done.
They, right?
Super good. Yeah.
I wrote that remind me of the Great Gatsby. I mean, the Gatsby used to throw spend his money for parties.
Okay, good.
So first, I guess that they used to buy a home like place.
Hey, you need another one. Give another example of what people used to buy. What did people spend their money on?
Car.
Okay, go, car. Yeah, extroverted woman, yeah, she, the flapper is a woman who drinks, goes to parties, she does whatever she wants, You know those girls at the club, you see with the short dress?
One more
That's a
question.
flapper.
The Ford Model T, that's the name of the car?
Yeah. Can you believe it? A car for $60.
That's cheap. No, it's $260.
$260, but still, it's cheap.
60 back in a lot.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
Well, you wrote a lot for I don't know.
I had a problem. I had to be more specific.
Yeah.
I read a lot.
With an X. EX. There's no EX.
Just say.
Verb TED. Alright, so you guys finished?
Yeah.
You finish, you have one, right?
Are you Article 1 or 2? Are you Article 2? Here. Okay, so you guys can talk about what you wrote.
And what about me?
You are one.
I'm done and I'm one.
Are you 1? Are you 1?
No, I'm two.
Daniel, are you 2 or 1? So you can talk to Daniel. You done? And Marcel, you can talk to Daniel.
Since you finished,
Okay, right?
I'm done. Oh, done.
The purpose of the conversation is if somebody has more information than you can write down more information for you. And they can write more information that you gave.
Their money for the, what is the name, module 2, used to cost 260 back in the 90s.
You can start with your own word. I just gave you a suggestion of how to start. But if you want to start with your own words, it's okay.
That's what I did. This is another word. This is right here. This is the supplement. Okay, the supplement.
I hope you're ready to talk. You have to talk for 4 minutes. I hope you can talk for 4 minutes. I'm so Alright, I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes to talk.
Okay.
Okay?
I have
I'm not
the
talking.
first one is that they put
Daniel.
say right here is to just
Hurry up.
just 60 from what alignment right there. Other one
Are you Isabel?
like refrigerators and things.
Can
And the last one
You can see with my okay. In the summary I have, this passage is about the women in the 1920s. They were not flappers and gained respect and freedoms than the new woman. 1920 was a prosperous economy too, and the women had better jobs. The flapper woman used to work with sexy clothes and being more sexually and with alcohol.
Okay, I put. The passenger, the new woman, explained the woman who were more liberty to do things in 1920s. They did things that a woman was not supposed to do, like drinking, smoking, etc. The passage also taught the flapper woman. You can do that next.
New woman.
So without me,
Mujeres
is
liberales.
stress.
Creo yo que se dice.
right.
And you can say
Stress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on mistress.
liberal.
Alright, I think that's good enough for talking.
Ahí,
Okay?
habla por mí.
Over.
You have to talk.
So Article 1.
Everybody have to talk.
Article 1.
Yes. Bianca.
What is the passage about Article 1?
Bianca.
What happened?
Stop you.
With me?
Yeah. You got it for what?
Are you over Article 1?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, the new woman. What is the article about?
The passage is about the revolution of the woman in 1920.
Okay, good. Very short, succinct, and to the point. I like it. This is my mother. Alright, number 2. What is the main idea of the passage?
They must be.
In the years 1920, many Americans had a lot of money.
Okay, that's for Article 2. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Alright.
During the 1920s, American consumed different things for this and more in the automobile.
Bill industry. Okay, sure. Good. Now, what are 2 supporting details from the passage? For article number 1? Yeah. What are 2 supporting?
No, I'm not from the article 1, from the young woman.
Okay, from article 2. What are 2 supporting details?
Is
The
people used to
wealthy of American people in 1920.
no.
What?
That's passing 2.
Supporting details. Evidence.
All right.
Evidence that people were spending a lot of money.
Number 3, right?
Yes.
There was one car in the road for every 5 American. Business like service station and motel span up. American population visit a movie theater every week.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're visiting the movie theater every week, you must have a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
I guess. All right. And for the new woman, might be
Unladylike.
oh, we're determined unladylike. Unladylike. Okay, alright. Right, good. So the flapper, right, is an unladylike woman. Yes. Okay. Now, how can you relate this to the Great Gatsby? Let's start with the mass culture. People who spend a lot of money. How does this relate to the Great Gatsby? Okay, Kaiser.
That reminds me of Gatsby. When he used to throw parties, expensive parties.
Yeah, all right. So Gatsby throws expensive parties, right? He has like lobster. He has
Yes.
a chef that he flies or whatever, and the chef comes to his house. And every week, and all the lights are on in his house, right? Like that's a huge light bill, right?
You got money.
I relate to the guy because he buy an expensive house, a mansion.
Oh.
Yeah, he bought a mansion. That's a lot of money. Yeah.
And he have a luxury cars.
Yeah, he have luxury cars.
Yeah.
Okay, his
And he
luxury-
throw fancy parties every week.
And he throws parties every week. Yeah, he spends a lot of money trying to get Daisy to come over. Come, I have money. Come.
He did.
And she's like, nope.
He did.
Right?
She said yeah.
He said no.
He said yep.
He said no.
Yep.
All right. So what about the new woman? Okay.
Oh, nothing
Related to
Yeah, related to the Great Gatsby. Who's the flapper in the Great Gatsby?
Jordan.
Jordan. Why? Why is Jordan a flapper?
Oh, she was.
In English.
She said flapper,
Mira,
she likes to
no
drink.
todo.
She likes to drink.
99.
Yeah, we're all drunk,
And
right?
go to the
And I
car.
related to Gatsby also because he throws a lot of parties. People used to drink at those parties too.
Yeah, everybody drinks, right? And there's a lot of women in his parties, it's not only men, right?
Yep.
So those women are definitely flappers, right? They're women.
What
who
does that
do-
mean, flopper?
Well, flappers are women who were not ladylike, meaning they wear short dresses.
They just want to chill.
They
Chapeadora.
wear
What?
Okay.
Gold
They drink.
Chapeadoras, man.
You go to the club and see a lot of flappers. Okay? If you go to the club, you're probably a flapper.
Emily, you are
Oh, so you're a flapper, Emily.
She's a flapper because
Gold
she
digger.
Oh,
Oh, see, you smart.
Yeah, flapper.
Flopper right now,
You have to understand what's considered ladylike in the past.
Yeah.
It's very strict.
Oh, flapper
It's
give it
very
to the
strict.
No,
You have to cover your ankle.
like me.
You have to, you have to like cover up here.
Yes.
Eso
You
no
cannot show your
You
breast.
shouldn't drink, Mercedes.
Like me.
You can't drink or smoke in front of men.
That's good.
Men shouldn't see you doing things that don't ladylike, because then they don't want to marry you, right? If they see a woman who is unladylike, men don't want to marry
That's
you,
it.
right? And you want to get married,
That
right?
one I'm single, that one I'm
That was
single.
good.
You can't go back in time. But you're gonna stay here.
But it's good. But it was good.
Okay. Oh God.
You got your
All right.
own thing.
Now. I'm not going to wait.
Oh, you don't
All right. So now is the fun part of the activity where you get to talk, right? Now I know Daniel has a presentation that you have to do for him based on research that you're doing. You have to do a presentation.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do. This is gonna be like a practice for you on how to do a presentation. Okay. Now, this is kind of like an outline of how I want you to present on the article that you read. Right. So the intro is really the summary. What is the article about? Okay. And you can start. This is things that you can say in your presentation. The article is about blah blah blah. The article claims that. Right? So for the new woman, the article is about women in the 1920s who were called flappers. And flappers are, trying to explain it to somebody who doesn't know, right? You didn't know what a flapper was until I told you.
Exactly.
So maybe there's a lot of people who don't know what a flapper is. And you want in your presentation to explain everything so that they understand. Okay? So the body is the evidence, okay, or your supporting details. And you can start by, this is evidence by, or this is proven by the fact that, blah, blah, blah. And conclusion is how you're going to relate it to the Great Gatsby. So I think that this relates to the Great Gatsby in that, and the people in the Great Gatsby are similar in that, right? How are people in the Great Gatsby similar to who is a flapper in the Great Gatsby? Who spends a lot of money? How is spending a lot of money? How are the people who spent a lot of money in the 1920s similar to the characters in the Great Gatsby? All right. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to plan what you're going to say. Okay. Again, you're gonna have to talk for 3 minutes. Okay. That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to plan what you're going to say, okay? And you have to talk for 3 minutes. I'm gonna have Tynese there with her phone. 3 minutes. You gotta time it. And if you run out of things to say, you gotta keep talking. 3 minutes. Okay? The exercise is to talk, 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 talk. I know you do a lot of writing, a lot of reading, but now it's time to, what can you say in English? Okay, what's your production? What can you,
My
how can you
question
explain
to
your
you,
Yes.
the presentation part. We're gonna
That's
talk
one.
for 3 minutes, you have for 2.
We have to
So the 2 is the summary or the summary? Summary for the first 3 minutes?
The 2 is the same presentation again.
So
Right?
basically,
So
you're
you're,
talking for 5 minutes?
yeah, so you're talking for 3 minutes to Tynese. Then Tynese is going to talk to you for 2 minutes.
Oh,
Right? So you're only talking for 3, Tynese is talking for 2.
okay.
Okay?
Yo, bro. Daniel.
The purpose is Tynese is going to listen to you and then she's going to be like, how can I cut down what she said to 2 minutes? Right? You want to talk a lot and then
So
cut it down. Yeah, cut it down. Cut it, cut it, cut it. All right? So I'm going to put you in groups.
Me and
And not about class. I know what you're about. Anyway, Andrea, Joe, Catherine, and Ferdana. Please get in a group. However you like to get in a group. Again, Andrea, Joe, Catherine, and Ferdana. In a group. Now, what's wrong? Joe is your best friend. Well, you got 3 minutes to make her laugh. All right, Helen, Mercedes, Tynese. Daniel, Marilyn, Julio, and George.
Only 3 of us?
Daniel, Marilyn, Julio, and George. That's perfect.
Thank you, that's the team.
Okay. All right, just Maciel and Tyzer and Emelisa and Bianca.
How come we just took?
Yeah, because a lot of people missing today.
Yeah, bro.
Dime. No more.
Okay.
Emily and Yana?
It's here.
Okay.
And now they tell you.
I think you're perfect.
Okay, then let's start. You're gonna talk first. Me?
website.
I see.
To me.
I'm not to talk about
You have to continue talking.
Yeah, if you're Article 1, talk to somebody
And
who
you
has
have to say
Article 2.
everything.
Okay.
Okay, but in 3 minutes.
The talk is between us.
Everything. And you have to.
No, you're gonna talk for 3 minutes
You
to
have
her.
to continue.
Then she's gonna
I
talk
don't
to
know
you.
about the same thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Creating
About
some.
mine, and she can
Yeah,
talk about her.
yes.
The same thing.
Oh, that you say or that?
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stop. When she
And
finishes,
Hannah,
you
you
do
can
it.
time.
She do it 3 minutes.
So
You do
time
it 3
is
minutes.
saying for 3 minutes. And then time is
Depending on time.
with the time it, okay? So Bianca 3 minutes and Emelisa 2 minutes, okay? Yeah. You like to talk. No, that's good, that's great, that's great. No, that's great. Okay, alright, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. He needs more? 5. You can't stop. 3 minutes.
Okay, so
3, 2.
let me start with the time. Oh no, todavía no. You have to put at that time to see if you like to do by 3 minutes. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So this is the talk about the woman in the 1920s and the woman that were flapper leaves, and there was the girl that used to use short skirt and go to the parties, drink alcohol, smoke, and do everything, you know, very free, sexually free. Also talk about so this is 3 minutes. This is evidence by the woman that used to use, you know, the same thing, you know, the chapeadora that go to the clubs and use a sexy clothes and things like that. And for the conclusion, I think that relates to the Great Gatsby with Jordan Baker. Jordan Baker, she likes to go to the parties that Gatsby throws. I think she used sexy dress or a skirt. She used to drink alcohol when he was little. He wasn't hurt. There were many women that did the same thing at that time. And I think, yes, but I have to continue because that's the thing. And then, that's the flapper woman. She used to do things that are supposed to be unladylike. Because they don't have a respect and the others. When she used the short skirt, the other girls has to use the long skirt, you know, dress formal, and don't do things like that. And then that's it.
About the and that's be determined on life.
So this is evidence by the woman in 1920 with high and miscarriage, mainly determined in like
How is it related?
and I think that this led to the ladies and the women in the where the country class were like this, they dancing a lot, wearing like flowers. And something else. So,
That's good.
Why you continue?
Because she's continuing. Because I finished and she's
Mira, if it, let's have another,
3 minutes and every
second.
Can I talk once? No, me.
Hey, yeah.
So you 2 minutes?
I wasn't talking.
Talk.
You're gonna start over again. Again, start again. This is not.
You finished yet?
Yeah.
Well, stop.
Yeah, that's the time. It's 2 minutes.
Okay.
Otro más.
So 2 minutes to talk, what we're gonna.
There's 1 minute.
Oh yeah, you have 2 seconds left. You can take those.
Not
You
really.
needed 58 seconds. So you can take 2 seconds.
Oh, y'all got extra over there?
Oh.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Take it.
And proceed to?
Who now?
No, just you.
Let's do it.
Because you did 3.
I'll do it. You want American? I will do it 50 seconds.
Proceed.
No, I don't wanna do that.
No, that's it. We're gonna end right here. Okay, guys. Back to the front. Back to 2099. 1999. All right. So I want to get a volunteer. Who wants to do their speech for 2 minutes? Anybody? It's really hard.
After you are doing
2 minutes.
1 minute.
All right. Kaiser is gonna try for 1 minute.
I wanna do it. For 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute. Kaiser. Go.
Mexicano.
The passage is talking about American back in the 90s, 20s. Let's talk about how they have extra money and how to spend it. People used to spend money, going to the watching movie, to the movie theater, buying clothes, expensive clothes, and buying home stuff like refrigerators and things. What else? Okay, that's
By
Every dance.
Extra evidence. Research.
Great Gatsby.
The Gatsby, relate to the story of the Great Gatsby, when Tom used to win a lot of parties, expensive parties, inviting rich people, and the lights was all like a lot of lights, and expensive drink, and expensive food service.
Hey, you got 10 seconds. Keep doing
Extra,
it.
that's extra for you.
Alright, one.
Mexicano.
You got about
Mexicano.
55 seconds.
Mexicano.
10 seconds.
So I want to ask you.
Next time I'll
Next
I want to ask you, who did 3 and 1 minute? Who did 3 minutes and then 1 minute? Bianca did 3 minutes and 1 minute. Anybody else?
Oh, she,
You
Helen
You
did.
did?
Helen did 1 minute.
1 minute. Yes, she
Okay.
did.
So I'm gonna ask Bianca because she did 3 minutes and 1 minute. So a long time and a little bit of time. How did it change for you? Like what did you cut? Like what did you say for 3 minutes and then what did you say for 1 minute?
Oh my god. So I said,
You don't have to tell me everything. Just say like How
For
did
example,
you, how did you stretch it out?
okay, for example, in the 3 minutes, I took the more examples and more ideas from the passage, and in the 1 minute, I just talk about the main idea.
Oh, okay. So you didn't talk about everything in 1 minute. You like cut this
Yeah.
for the 1
No,
minute.
I talk, but I say only about the intro.
She
But
cut
I say,
examples.
yes, I put the examples and the body. I took the points,
The meat.
the main things, and for the conclusion, I say about.
One sentence each.
Good. So for Daniel, you have to make a presentation. How can this help you for your presentation, do you think?
Be specific.
It will help us to be organized and to go, step by step.
Right, so for the 3 minutes, you're probably more specific, right?
Yes, exactly.
And then for the 1 minute,
Just
you're
one.
just a general idea.
For example, when I was doing the 3 minutes in my group, I explained, I did a contrast between the flapper and the regular woman. How one dress short skirt and the other one long skirt. I did that, so that helped me to stretch my time for the 3 minutes. And I used 2 examples for the conclusion about the related to Gatsby, but she only did one. So
Right.
that helped her to cut it
Yes.
a little bit.
And Daniel asks you all the time, right, to write a 1-page summary or something, right? He wants you to cut down like 10 pages
Yes.
into one, right? So you're doing that all the time, and the way you do that is just writing down less specific details and just getting the general idea of something.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you know what is the challenge, at least for me? How do I know when I'm summarizing, I'm not leaving out important information that I'm supposed to read in there? How can I make sure that I'm putting the basic, the more important
Well, you
information?
have
When
to
a
think-
summary, a summary.
Well, you have to think about, if you read the summary of the book, right? If you read the summary, every book in the back has a summary, right? And the person is basically breaking down 100 or 200 pages into one little paragraph. So that's what you're doing, right? Maybe Gatsby drank some beer, right? But is that really important for the chapter?
No.
Right? So the point is to read the chapter and find out what is the purpose of this chapter? What's going on in this chapter? And just focusing on those things. Instead of, Gatsby, okay, he went to Nick's house, that's important, okay? But do you have to say everything he did there? No.
No.
Just the important things that relate to his story with Daisy, okay? Like for chapter 5, one thing is he's a little nervous, right?
He made
Okay, and that's a big thing, because why is he nervous? Yeah, because he wants to see Daisy, and he's like, oh, this is a terrible idea, and no, this is great, and no, oh my God, right? So that's very important, because the whole point of his wealth, the whole point of him buying a mansion, the whole point is to impress her. So that's very important to the overall idea of the book, and you have to think about the overall idea of the book when you're doing your summaries. Right? Think about the whole book, not just what's happening right now.